Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and wherever you're watching in the world, welcome along to the start of a brand new season of the Mitsos Formula One Fantasy World Championship, where we begin our championship hunt. Charles Leclerc going in as the defending champion, with the likes of Verstappen and Sainz on the hunt for more glory. We begin our championship road trip in Europe and at Brno, with the new circuit opening in 1987. It's played host to several top-class motorsport. Today, it stages the beginnings of a brand new title bout. 57 laps of the 5.4-kilometre sweeping circuit awaits our drivers in an attempt to get their first victory of the season under their belts. Expect top speeds of around 322 kilometres per hour or just over 200 miles per hour there, and plenty of action upcoming in the second largest city in Czechia. And honestly, with landscapes like this, it's easy to see why we come racing here. Well, let's have a look and see how the grid forms for our opening round of the season. On the last row, Nick de Vries in 20th place with Logan Sargent starting in 19th place. Next row is Zhou Guanyu in 18th place with Kevin Magnussen starting the race in 17th place. Valtteri Bottas missed out on Q2, he starts in 16th place. Nico Hulkenberg gets 15th on the grid. 14th place goes the way of Esteban Ocon, with Alex Albon getting 13th place to start the Czechia Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri starts in 12th place with Yuki Tsunoda just missing out on Q3, he starts in 11th place. Pierre Gasly gets into the top 10 and gets 10th place, Lando Norris starting alongside him in 9th place. 8th place goes the way of Lewis Hamilton, with Carlos Sainz, the 2021 champion, starting in 7th place. Lance Stroll in a much improved Aston Martin starts in 6th place, with George Russell getting 5th place on the 3rd row of the grid. Sergio Perez in 4th place, with Fernando Alonso starting within the top 3 on the grid. Last year's champion Charles Leclerc starts 2nd place, and pole position, the first one, goes the way of Max Verstappen. Here we go then, counting up to 5, red lights. They go out, and here we go. What are the starts like then? Good start from Max Verstappen, and a good start as well from George Russell as he looks to try and take advantage of that good launch off the line then. Verstappen goes into turn 1 with his front wing ahead then. Charles Leclerc trying to look round the outside, no way through, but in that battle for 3rd place, Russell gets himself up the order, moves himself up to 3rd place. Perez meanwhile now trying to find the inside line now on Fernando Alonso, heading our way into the next braking zone then. Alonso finds himself on the outside, but that'll give him the inside line for the next corner. Does it give him track position too? Well, Perez is going to chase him all the way now down the hill, tucks back into the slipstream meanwhile. Hamilton though drops down to 10th place there. He's looking to make amends then up the inside of Gasly, and also trying to get past Stroll too then, getting the power down and gets those positions. Hamilton now back up into 8th. Let's have another look at that start then, where Fernando Alonso was a bit, bogged down at the start. 4th place there. Running on board then with Lewis Hamilton as he tries to chase down Lando Norris, looking for a move up the inside as we head up the hill. Oh, but Lando Norris has run wide there. That'll allow Hamilton to swoop his way around the outside and up into 7th place there, with Norris dropping to 8th. Having a look at this then, as Hamilton looking for that move up the inside there. Norris just understeering wide. That allowed Hamilton through. Lewis Hamilton trying to continue his charge. His next target, Carlos Sainz. Down in towards turn 1 we go then, as Hamilton looks down the inside in towards the first braking zone then, has the inside line, and Carlos Sainz loses out to Hamilton there. Hamilton up into 6th place as Sainz tried to fight back. Here we go then, George Russell here is having a whole rear wing and rear mirrors of Fernando Alonso. As contact made between the two of them. The Spaniard tries to go the long way round now. George Russell helpless to defend that one. Alonso runs wide though. That will allow Russell to get an inside move as we descend our way down towards the next braking zone then. But Russell backed out of that one. Alonso up into the podium spots. Here we see then, Yuki Tsunoda's had a troubled start on those medium tyres, mind, but here comes Zhou Guanyu down the inside, maybe to just twist the knife there, as Zhou Guanyu up the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. He started 10th in Tsunoda, now he's down to 15th. Here we see then Russell having a bit of a train forming behind him right now, as Sergio Perez wants to find his way through, but he might have to turn attack to a defence because Lewis Hamilton's trying to find his way through. Stroll in the meantime getting his way past Lando Norris, and then Aston Martin moves up to 8th place. Over the rear wing now of George Russell as he has Sergio Perez for close company. Here goes Perez then, looking for the move down the inside. Later on the brakes is the Red Bull, and Sergio Perez moves up into 4th place. Here we see then Lewis Hamilton having to see about Carlos Sainz behind him. But look at this now. Hamilton runs deep, but now gets the inside line, up the inside, through the final corner they go, through 13 and 14 there. Hamilton gets his way up into 5th place, and having started from 8th, he's on a charge. On board then with the McLaren of Lando Norris, looking for a move up the inside of Carlos Sainz here. Meanwhile, that's allowed Sainz to run slightly deep. He'll try up the inside now of George Russell. He'll get the power down and get the position. Ocon boxing next lap there. As we see then Russell falling down then, the order. Stroll looking for 2 positions in one fell swoop, which is exactly what he's got. The Canadian moves himself up into 7th place. And now Lando Norris, look at him go up the inside now of George Russell with the front wheel up in the air for Lando Norris. Regardless, he gets himself up. Oh no, he's run wide now. That'll hand that position straight back to George Russell, surely, as Norris falls back down to 9th. Have another look at this then. Is this a case of the McLaren running wide yet again? Same real position. And yet onto the gravel. Handed that place back to Russell. Here we see then Pierre Gasly challenging Alex Albon for a place in the points, both of them on the medium tyres at the moment. Here goes Gasly then up the inside of Alex Albon, getting that power down, and the Williams now falls down to 11th place. But what about Bottas though? He's looking to try and take advantage here of the Williams down the inside. Can he get that move stuck then? Up the inside he goes, side by side with Alex Albon, and yes, Valtteri Bottas gets the move done, moves himself now, the Finn, up into 11th place. Oh no, that's Nick de Vries. Nick de Vries is out. Off into the gravel he's gone. Virtual safety car. Let's see how this happened. Oh, there's a lock up there from de Vries. Comes in way too hot. That's the end of his race.
We are thinking plan B. Let me know your opinion.
Plan B for Charles Leclerc, and Ferrari put him onto hard tyres. Here we see then Fernando Alonso under pressure from Sergio Perez right now, but Charles Leclerc on those hard tyres. Everyone else is on mediums at the moment. Here goes Fernando Alonso, almost 3 wide down the main straight, up the inside, goes the Spaniard. Fernando Alonso gets himself 2nd place there with a lovely move down the inside. Here comes Sergio Perez now with a move up the inside now in towards the next braking zone. Again, they try and go 3 wide, but Sergio Perez up the inside, riding the curves and getting some air. He won't care. He's now up into 3rd place now, swooping his way through onto the podium. Here we see Charles Leclerc struggling on those hard tyres right now. Was it the right call from Ferrari? Well, it's cost him 2 positions. It might cost him 1 more here. Here goes Lewis Hamilton. He likes this place to overtake. Runs slightly wide and wild over the curbs then as well, as Leclerc tries to find the power to get the move back done then. Contact was made between the 2 of them. Again, Hamilton swoops his way around the outside, gives him the inside line for the next corner, through the final corner at turn 14, and 44 is up to position 4. Let's have another look at this then. How close did they get? Well, they touched and touched again through that flying right-hander. Hamilton got onto the curbs there, and Charles Leclerc was just there. Here goes Max Verstappen then, round the final corner to win the Czechia Grand Prix.
Well done, Max. Nice and true.
Yeah, very lovely that. Really good result. Yeah, we had good race pace. Very happy with that. Thank you guys. That's exactly the start to the season we wanted and needed.
A simply lovely drive for the Flying Dutchman as Max Verstappen takes the first race win of the season. Fernando Alonso finishing in 2nd place with Sergio Perez rounding off the podium for the Czechia Grand Prix. A good day at the office if you're a Red Bull Racing team member. Lewis Hamilton finishing in 4th place, having to start from all the way down the order. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz will be ruining Ferrari's decision during that virtual safety car, finishing 5th and 6th respectively. George Russell struggling for pace out there. He finished in 7th though, with Lance Stroll in 8th, Norris in 9th and Tsunoda rounding off the top 10. Pierre Gasly in 11th place with Valtteri Bottas in 12th, Ocon 13th, Albon in 14th, with Zhou Guanyu 15th, Piastri 16th, Hulkenberg 17th, Sargent 18th, Magnussen the last of the finishers, and Nick de Vries not finishing this race. Sergio Perez picking up the fastest lap of the race and the bonus point to boot as well. Make sure that you're subscribed to Mitsos' channel so you never miss another round again. I've been Kieran McGinley, you've been watching, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next round.